All right, just double checking to make sure the mic's on. What's going on, everybody? JT here in the studio 10-4 live on a Wednesday afternoon out in the great state of Californication, on the road in the Studio 10-4 live cruiser mobile. That's me and my setup out here on the road still. Some of you which saw me in Bakersfield for 10-4 Trucker Rodeo know what I'm talking about, the Cyclone. On the road, man, still out and about. You know, I remember all too well, now that I've been reminded, what the winters are like here in the valley. Fog, cold, and fog, and more fog, and cold and wet, and just like, it's just a whole different level of cold, man. It's cold to the bone cold. Now, I live up in Southern Oregon, and we get snow up there, but I'm going to tell you, you're gonna, yeah, whatever. It's not as cold up there. I mean, it's a whole different kind of cold. So anyway, I don't know. The other JT is in the house, Gerald Todd. JT, what's up, buddy? Okie Dan, what's going on, man? Good to have you in here. It's funny too. I got to say, our guest today, A-Rod, the mattress guy, he's hanging in the green room right now. We've had so much fun talking before the show. It's like, okay, can't wait to get the show going so we can have the conversations that we're having right now and have them and share them with you guys. Thanks, Dan. What's going on? Dan the man. Yeah, you know what? I don't know why. I don't know if it's the combination of just everything working the way it should. When it does, it's like it's a 100% success. So let's hope I can measure up on my end and keep the human aspect of it going. Anyway, if you guys haven't met A-Rod, you guys are going to meet him here in a minute. Great guy, has a fantastic product out there. How you don't have one, if you don't have one in your truck or RV yet, is beyond me. And I'm a true believer at this point. So, and you're going to find out more about that when we start talking about what he's doing and why you need to get with him and get what he's got. So anyway, a lot of fun going on. It's the holiday season. I got the festive stuff going on behind me, little lights, and got the toy soldier, got Santa Claus, some vintage, I don't know if those are aluminum glitter trees or what they are. I don't know. This is all back here. That's all Miss Julia from her place in Modesto that she works at. And it's I hate to use the term secondhand store, but home consignment and more, I think is the name of it. If you're ever in Modesto, go check her out. And you know what? If you're looking for something unique, like a cool gift or something that, you just won't find in the store when you walk into the normal places, you might want to give her a call. And if you want to do that, I can connect you to her. She has a house full of stuff that is just the unique, personable, one of a kinds that you just don't find anymore, man. She's got them. Anyway, at her store, check it out. You want to get a hold of her, let me know. And here's the cool thing. Whatever you buy from her, you'll get for Christmas, so you can actually still have it as a Christmas gift. So that's a cool thing. All right. So this time of year, man, things are happening. Sports, football's kind of winding up into the playoffs, college especially. Pros got 4 games left. I don't know how your team's doing. Mine is in. Dan, maybe not, but we'll see. In the hunt, as they call it, for the Cowboys and the Chiefs. Oh, and Philadelphia too, man. I don't know, I kind of like the fact that the usual suspects are not in the mix. Kansas City's just kind of imploded. I mean, literally imploded. The look of just defeat was all over Travis Kelce and Mahomes on the game the other night. And you know what? Honestly, and listen, I'm not a hater. It's just, this is it. I've had enough of the Chiefs being like center stage every stinking game that's a nationally televised game. I'm over it. Let somebody else in and play. Come on, man. Really. I mean, we've had enough. It seems like it's just been so much. I'm just done. You know what? I'm going to bring everybody's comments in too. Forgot about that. Always do. But Shannon, you and Dan have a great spot because you guys do get to see sometimes the fog come in and then see it go out, and then you're looking down on a pillow of fog in the valley and the sun, coming down on you guys in your backyard there and hanging out. That's an awesome thing to have. Dennis, what's going on, buddy? My buddy Dennis Mitchell in the house. Eddie, what's happening? April, what's going on? Good to have you. Hopefully Tim Siebes is around somewhere too. CDG Dougie, Burrito Dougie, Taco Dougie, Beef Jerky Dougie. What else do you do, Dougie? Transfer Dougie. You haven't done a transfer Dougie. You need to do a transfer Dougie thing. I don't know what that would be, but just, make it happen. Anyway, I'm enjoying this time of year. Basketball's, happening. Sacramento Kings, my team, not really, impressing anybody, but it's our lineup. We just don't have that much to work with. But there's just all kinds of stuff going on there, and it's fun to watch, and I still enjoy it. And off season for baseball, we're like all of us baseball fans, we're counting down the days to spring training, and the Giants are building and things are happening. So, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff going on. So right now, between now and end of the college championship, there's a lot of sports happening, but the college championship stuff is happening right now. It's a big deal. Oregon's in. Ducks, go Ducks. Ohio State, Notre Dame. What a oh my gosh. I don't know, how many of you guys hold your hands up if you follow college football. Notre Dame basically had a temper tantrum and just decided that, okay, well, if you're not going to pick us to go to the college championship, we're just not going to play anything, period, no matter what. Okay, whatever. All right. Grab the little guy's hands and bring him along. Let's let him in anyways. All right. Okay. Yeah. So they did. Alabama, I mean, I don't know. They still have not got this college championship thing worked out. It's just not. So there's a lot to figure out on there. I like it better than the bowl championship, that they had before, which was basically pay to play. Whoever had the most money won. And that's how it was. Now, I'm not going to take anything from the teams that played and did what they did, because you still had to win. You still had to show up. But it was just something different in that era, and they got rid of it, and it was a money grab. It was a huge money grab. But this is better than it was. We need to ultimately figure it out and make it something that resembles pure competition, not guys sitting around a table going, yeah, I think these guys are pretty cool, or those guys are not. And then, pick and choose and see what happens. I mean, hey, what's up? Jeffrey in the house. Yeah, buddy. Good to have you on the show, man. Clayton, what's happening? Good to have you on here. I'm doing good, man. Thanks for asking. Anyway, I know I can go off and make it a whole nother show about that, but there's a lot of good stuff going on. It's the holidays. It's Christmas. I hope everybody's getting that all worked up, and you guys are figuring out your hauls so you can be back home with mama and the kids, and or dad and the kids. I mean, I don't know. You got the ladies out there driving too, right? I ain't going to take anything away from you for doing that. And maybe both of you are out there driving, mom and dad. So whatever's going on, I hope you guys are able to get some loads to get you home and make it happen so you can be there and enjoy Christmas, maybe New Year's, and see what happens. On my deal, where I'm at right now, I'm just going to say I'm in the valley in a place I never thought I would ever be, but I'm here. Although it is not Modesto, I'm going to tell you that right now. The city of Modesto decided that camping out in front of Miss Julia's was not acceptable because a neighbor didn't like us, or somebody didn't, whatever happened. I got the 72-hour stamp to move along, and I did. And I am elsewhere. I'm in a nice place, and everything's right. It's all good. So we'll probably give them a plug on the way out in a couple of weeks. But yeah, Jeffrey, dude, let me tell you something. So just on that, if I could have made it down to the valley and afforded it, let me tell you, man, the river park, the old Saddle Mountain and that area, holy crap, beautiful place for RVs to park. But holy crap, they make you, I mean, they're proud, dude. It ain't cheap. And I would have loved to. And I've talked to the guy that owns that place. There's Saddle Mountain, and then there's another place below Saddle Mountain, and I think it's called River Park RV. Beautiful place, but again, spendy. You know what? Here's the deal. So officially, I gotta throw this out there. I've popped my RV park cherry now that I'm staying in an RV park. It is different. The old Riverside, I think that's it, Jeffy. I think that's what it is, the old Riverside. And now that I am here, and next week we'll talk more about it, because there'll be more stories. Trust me. On the first day here, just when I'm setting up camp, that means hooking up power, water, sewage, rolling out the slide outs, getting everything set up, and doing what you do in the RV world to get everything going. Not to mention, you got the whole indoor thing to do. You got everything that you packed up inside, as I learned in my travels to Bakersfield. You got everything to deal with there. And no more casualties. None since then. I learned my lesson. It is a bit of a chore. So it takes me about 2 hours to by myself break everything down inside. And then it can take an hour or two more, probably two more, to do everything outside, because I have satellite, power, water, sewage to pack up and clean up and, drain the tanks and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, all that fun stuff. A lot of you guys probably know that, By the way, if there's anybody out there listening and you want a wayward traveler to come and hang at your place and broadcast Studio 10-4 Live, the weekly update, from now until the day after Christmas, let me know. I can hook you up. Definitely a possibility. All right. So listen, I met A-Rod at Trucking for Kids, if I'm not mistaken, and we'll have him in to verify that in a minute. And West Coast Foam, his company. And I thought, you know what? It's about time somebody brought this part of the industry into our shows, represented it, talked to the guys about what it is to get a good night's sleep. And most of us were probably so damn tired we could, and I was telling the story to A-Rod before the show, we could lay across the seats, and I used to do that. I had my Bostrom Lowrider wide glides and a ice chest that, when all the air was let out of the chairs, had cushioned lid, and it lined up perfect with my seats, and I laid across them, and that's how I got my however long I needed. It was speed napping, basically, out on the road. I had a day cab. Come on, transfer, right? So it worked, but it was not ideal, trust me. That being said, you guys, myself included, until a few nights ago, we're all just kind of dealing with whatever was dealt to us by either our truck manufacturer, our RV manufacturer, wherever a secondary kind of, industry manufacturer came in to fulfill what was needed for the trucks, the RVs, maybe, I don't know, some unique something. And they put whatever was in there that they could call a mattress, and it really was just like a piece of foam. Maybe it had a cover on it, maybe it didn't. Remember the old hippie wagons, man? They were just foam, dude. It was like, burn some incense around it, make it smell better, and throw a, tie-dyed sheet over it and call it good. It was what it was. But definitely the industry has evolved, and we're in a different place now. I'm going to bring him in right now. A-Rod, the mattress guy. What's going on, buddy?
How you doing, John? Happy to be here.
I'm doing good, man. Good to have you on the show, and Merry Christmas to you.
Likewise, likewise.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, I love the sign in the background, dude. I do. I love it. It's that is like,
There's a
hey, yo, I got mattresses. Come buy one.
there's a story behind that banner.
I want to hear it, but let's back up a minute. First, I want to say thanks for the mattress that I ordered from you, and I'm crazy. I have still not slept on this because I wanted to wait until I had a set of sheets that fit it. But I did the other day when I first set it up. Both Miss Julia and I laid on that thing, and we were like, okay, we're not going anywhere. We're stuck. We're not going nowhere.
Nice.
Yeah, and night and day difference. I wanted, as you know, I told you, I said, dude, I want a mattress with a pillow top on it. That's what I'm used to. That's what I need to get a good night's sleep. And you delivered, man. You delivered. And I've got some video to back it up too. So we'll share that in a little bit. But where did you come from, man? How come we didn't see you sooner? Where you been?
I had this idea about the mattresses probably about 15 years ago. Had an auto transport business back then. Let me rewind a little bit. My dad was a diesel mechanic his whole life. I was around the trucks, so I kind of knew, what the trucks came with. And then when I was doing auto transport, it was more like hot shot. I wasn't in the big rigs, but from time to time, I would sit with the buddies that had the big, long hood trucks, and I'd look over at their mattresses and be like, ouch. So I had an idea back then about doing memory foam toppers at truck stops, but life makes its changes. Kids come along. Business was good, and I got busy, and that kind of went in the back burner until about end of 2022. I wanted to reignite it, put the business on paper in 2023 in January. Went to go work for a big brand here locally selling parts, and that's where I realized that I had the sales in me. Left them, and the next day, the day of my anniversary, was selling memory foam toppers at truck stops. Probably a month later, I landed my first customer. I didn't have samples of mattresses. He was a retail store in Fontana. I created him a mattress equal or better to what he had, and he said, "I'm going with you." Gave me a large order to his Phoenix location and ignited the fire in my belly, and I have not stopped since.
Yeah. You know what? I like that because I am a guy. I can sell anything, but I can't sell anything. I need to believe in what I'm selling, and I get that from you too.
Absolutely.
It's important to believe in whatever it is that you got out there that you're trying to. And I look at it like this: I'm trying to share with people, man. I'm not trying to convince them of anything. You're going to figure it out yourself, or you're not. And it's a matter of realizing in this situation, who doesn't want a good night's sleep, man? Who doesn't want to be able to wake up and not be sore? And that's what
Right.
it's all about.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, Dan's got a compliment there for you, buddy. Hardest working guy at every show he's at. And speaking of shows, and we had this conversation, I'm going to bring it up now. What's your best show, man?
So to date, the rodeo 1 and 2 have been our best shows. 2 was probably better because I now had a golf cart, where last year I was with a dolly delivering mattresses and walking around. So I was able to cover more real estate and actually reach the RV campers. So I got some sales from there. But no, by all means, the 10-4 rodeo, both shows have been our biggest sellers.
I like that. I like hearing that. Thanks, 10-4 rodeo, 10-4 trucker rodeo, and show competitors and attendees. Thank you for supporting our vendors and supporting A-Rod and what he does, man. I appreciate you guys doing that.
And thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan, for the comment. I appreciate that.
Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah. After I unrolled this thing, and I'm going to play this video where I did literally unroll it and then got the opportunity to lay down on it, man. It was like, okay, yeah, this is where I need to be, and what I want. It is exactly. And I used to have a big, expensive, nice pillow top mattress at home, and now that this is home, I needed to be something right in line with that, and I got it. This market, the RVs, the trucks. I mean, it's a different world, right? I mean, it is a little bit different.
It's definitely a niche business. So when I first started in trucking, I quickly realized that yeah, there was some other people out there doing what I was doing. Obviously, retail stores sell them, but there wasn't anybody doing it in the manner that I'm doing it now. So a little bit after I started, I went out to the RV stores. I figured, you know what? Let me get another basket going to put eggs into. I was fortunate enough that Giant RV and Mike Thompson's were using the same vendor out here in SoCal, and they went under during the pandemic. So when I walked in with
Oh,
pricing and a sample, they were like, "We need you because we're buying from the factory and it's so overpriced. We have little room for margin for our markups. So please send us your W-9." So that was a blessing for us too, because now I had that market to chase, but trucking took off, right? There's trucks are on the road all the time. RVs is kind of seasonal. So I've adjusted, but now my day to day is trucking.
I'll tell you what, man. Where I'm at right now, you couldn't tell by looking around here that anything is seasonal, dude. This park is 75% full of full timers.
I get it. I get it. You're right. You're absolutely right.
So there's a whole market being, waiting to be tapped if it hasn't already. If these guys realize what they're missing by sleeping on whatever they got in their trailer, and I mean, I've got a toy hauler that had, let's see, one, two, three other foam mattresses, um, not including the master bed, that were, like the other ones were these little dinky 2-inch maybe mattress, foam.
Yeah. Little teddy bears on them.
Yeah, it's not even foam, man. I don't
Yeah.
even know what it is,
Yeah.
but it's like, okay, it covers the plywood, and that qualifies as a mattress, I guess. But the bottom line is, there's a whole market out here waiting to be tapped into what's going on in these things, and make it so people can actually get a good night's sleep. And like I said, I even when I was young, if I slept on the floor, and I did. Maybe that was passed out, but it was sleep, and it was I'd wake up sore, man. You know,
Yeah.
and I can't do it. Now, some people, don't get me wrong, I know can sleep on the floor, and that's okay. I don't know how they do it, but they do. But quality of your rest, and especially in trucking, man, if you're bouncing off the steering wheel while you're driving down the road because you didn't get enough sleep in whatever time you had to get some, you could get, this is just my own personal thing, I could get 2 hours of great sleep versus 4, 6, 8 hours of toss and turn and not feel rested, right?
Absolutely.
And I think that's
Yeah.
probably what a lot of us experience out there, man. Randy, what's going on? Alyssa, good to have you both on the show. I mean, let's touch on that for a minute, man. I mean, we're not, sleep experts here, and I've got a whole opinion on that, because I got targeted by the health industry for sleep apnea. And I don't have sleep apnea. I got targeted though because I walked in, and I'm big. You've met me. So I've been this way my whole life, man. I've never had a small day in my life. I was 12 pounds. It's just how I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I walk in, and the doctor goes, "Oh, you've got sleep apnea. We need to get a sleep study done on you. Get you a PAP or whatever, the CPAP, right?"
Right.
Oh crap, man. I about lost it. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on out there in this realm of trying to get people aware of it. But let's go back for a minute. Let's go back to quality versus quantity. Quality of sleep versus quantity. What's your experience of that, and how can we get that from you?
So I've pulled every mattress out of trucks that's ever probably existed, right? So, both RV and the factories that make the trucks, it's a low cost mattress. You know, that spring mattress, if I had to guess, in a 38 by 80 twin XL, it's probably costing the factory $40, their cost, and then they're selling it for probably 500 at a retail store. That's just the cost. Some of these mattresses are just coils and a piece of foam on top, and they
Yeah.
put a zippered cover. It's
Yeah.
just quantity over quality. At the end of the day, a lot of these drivers, yeah, you get a new truck. Oh, it came with the mattress, and you deal with it. You know, they're so busy, you know, with finding loads, fuel costs, and mattress and the rest becomes just goes in the back burner. You know,
Yeah.
thankfully, you know, I take that as a grain of salt what the dealerships and the factories are doing, and I run with it because my product speaks for itself. You know, I mean, I'm basically giving you a residential mattress for your truck at an affordable price. I mean, I just landed an account recently this week that was buying those spring mattresses over and over again, and they could probably purchase uh, two two mattresses versus one in a
Yeah.
9-inch signature memory foam Eurotop. You know, with where their drivers are going to, you know, compliment them and give them back, you know, more effort and being a safer driver. You know, a lot of these guys, and I do need to say too, you know, a lot of these drivers, because you're on the road, they don't hydrate. So it goes hand in hand. Keep hydrated. Drink a lot of water. If
Good
your
point.
bones hurt, if your bones hurt, yeah, you're drinking too much caffeine. You don't have enough water. Um, if you go number one to the restroom and it's yellow all day, that's a problem. At some point, it should go to clear. And you know, excuse the topic, but it's the facts. You know what
No,
I
no,
mean?
you're right on the mark, man. I mean, yeah, I'll tell you something too, man.
This is this is me every day. I drink one,
Yeah,
two of these a day.
eat lots of asparagus, man. It's one of the best purifiers of your fluids in your body that there ever was, and that's why when you eat asparagus after you use the restroom, it smells like asparagus. It's working.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Immediately.
It does. It's incredible stuff, man.
Yeah.
I love asparagus. Uh, there's a lot to be said. It's a full circle puzzle and picture of all the things we should be doing when we're on the road. Eat right, sleep right, get a chance to get out, get some exercise, stretch, walk. I mean, and listen, this is every day in life too. Guy
Yeah.
like me in front of a desk, computer monitors, doing what I do every day, same thing. I have to, push myself outside to do something or, get up and move around. And I don't mind it because I do want that. And it's something we got to push ourselves to do. Um, your mattress that you manufactured for me, there's no springs in that, yet it's a 10-inch mattress with a pillow top on it. So tell me about my setup for my RV and how other people can get that.
So your mattress is a 10-inch mattress. So basically, it's a medium firm, high density base with 2 inches of memory foam. And since your bed does articulate, we did some. It's a contour cutter cut at the factory, where basically it does cuts. That way, so when it folds, it's basically doing it nicely, and it's not so much effort from the device that's doing it. It's
Okay.
kind of engineered for that. The factory's been around since 1988, and the things that they do are amazing. And I kind of just piggyback off of some of the products that they already make.
And that mattress, and I don't know, I'm asking you right now, I can rotate it so it doesn't have a top and a bottom. It's rotatable, yes or no?
Yes, you can rotate it, and the cuts are all the way along the bottom.
Oh,
That
okay.
way you get the same function on both the foot side and the head side
Okay.
whenever you choose to.
Perfect. And it's a very nice looking mattress too, by the way. I mean, it looks like what is it, Stearns and Foster pillow top, $10,000 mattress, man. I'm telling you. And I go back to when I went mattress shopping for the first time ever when I was married for the first time ever. And we walked into the store and my wife's just like, yeah, this is what it is. And I'm looking at these mattresses and they're 5, 6, 7, 8 grand. And I'm like, what the hell's in them, man? Hey, what's going on here?
There's huge margins in these and who sells them. Obviously, we know the back end of it. We know what it costs to make a mattress. The mattress that I have on my online store, which we call the signature model, I decided, you know what? Let's go with a low price. A lot of these guys out there, especially the younger generation right now, they'll ask me, hey, how much is for a mattress? Oh, next month I'll let you know, money's kind of tight. Yeah, but they'll be posting on Instagram the lights that they put on or the live music they got in their backyard on Saturday while they're barbecuing with their buddies. So I get
Yeah.
it. They're fueling their ego, not fueling their soul. It's just a culture shift, and I'm out there always preaching to them, invest in your rest.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where there hasn't been anybody that does what I do. And if you go to a parts counter to order a mattress, they're not going to give you any, gospel on why you should have a mattress. It's just like, what do you need? This size, here it is. It's very, it's good for me. Let's just say what they're doing out there benefits what I do.
I got a brainstorm here. It just all of a sudden appeared. And by the way, Shannon, enjoy your asparagus tonight. Good for you guys. I think you ought to do a overnighter at a show sometime and put a few mattresses out, and after somebody, even if they just sleep for a couple of hours on it, if they don't agree that it's the best mattress they've ever slept on in a truck or in an RV, then something's wrong. But I'm just saying, maybe there's something there. Put up a glam tent, a glamper camper, kind of set up, and put a couple of mattresses in there and say, here you go, test drive it and see what happens. Might be kind of fun. I don't know.
The way we set up our booths already, people could come and lay on the mattress, and right away, I mean, it's like, no, I don't need to lay on it. I already know what it's like. Let me get one, or I won't get back up. But most people lay on it. I'll be honest with you, with this signature mattress, I've had zero complaints.
Yeah.
Not only have I had zero complaints, I've had people that say, hey, I need one for my RV, I need one for my house, and I'm going to get one for my father-in-law for Father's Day. It's just been that type of thing, you know what I mean? So it's been awesome. And again, like what you're saying, yeah, we could do something like that. I know at the end of the night, some of these people get a little saucy too.
Yeah. Yeah. My girlfriend, Miss Julia, she's one of those ones that can sleep on the floor. Okay. I'm not that guy, man. I'm pillow top right here. I'm not gonna hide from it. Pillow top mattress for me. Let's talk about something you just mentioned here a minute ago, and that's conventional trucks, cab over trucks. Let's focus on the cab overs for a minute and the differences, if there's any. What is it about a cab over that makes it hard to get a mattress in it?
Well, from the experience that I've had, I'll give you an example. The first cab over mattress was for outfit out of New Mexico, Danny Dairy, and and that mattress, I was able to haul it away from deserts in the diesels in the desert and clone it into my signature mattress. Basically, what they were telling me was nobody wants to do them. You have a production does not want to stop and do something with fancy cutouts. Where with us, if you could dream it, think of it, rest on it, sleep on it, we'll make it. We're up for the challenge. There's no reason why to say no to something that could turn into something. And for me, the cab over thing, it's slowly starting to pick up. I'm getting calls from Utah, Michigan, Oregon, and I make it easy for them. I don't charge for shipping. I put it in a box. I ship it to them. I show them pictures. We talk on the phone and make sure that everything, the dimensions they provide and the drawings that I provide back to them are kosher. And it's been hitting them out of the park.
So that answers the next question, which I don't have to ask now, but obviously is, you make mattresses for any size setup, whether it's a home, RV, truck, whatever. Yeah.
Anything. Anything, anything. If you got something, larger than a Cal King because you have the space for it, by all means, we can make it.
Yep. Right on. All right. Well, I want to share a couple of these videos I shot when I was unpacking this thing. I'm going to buzz through them, but this is me, and
All
we can
right,
talk
we
over
got
these
the
while they're
West
playing.
Coast foam up onto the pedestal of the bed. And let me tell you, it was a lot heavier than the original one, so a lot denser foam. Probably a lot thicker too. So when we get the tape measure out, we'll find out. But there it is, king size RV mattress pedestal, king size West Coast foam. Right on. Thanks, A-Rod.
And if you guys are noticing, which I know you are, there's that break because this folds up, and it does. I'm fortunate. I'm one of the ones that has the pedestal that I can control where that ends up, and I can sleep in any angle. It's not just for function; it's for feature as well. And the function is so I can bring my slide out in. But the next one here, this is kind of cool. In fact, this is what I.
All right, we got her open, and it is a beautiful pillow top mattress. I think it's around 10 inches overall, and it is unbelievably comfortable and exactly
Just a
what
nice
I wanted.
looking setup, man.
And that is a foam base pillow top mattress made in America. West Coast foam, way to go, man. Beautiful setup, perfect measurements, fits perfect. Final trial on this guy would be to give it the fold up. And on mine, two reasons I have an adjustable bed. One, it's a bonus of having to have a bed that folds up the way that this one does, so that you can move the slide out in the bedroom in. And this one does it perfectly. In fact, better than the one that was in here. I mean, I'm talking perfection. Way to go, guys. Mission accomplished. West Coast foam, you're the bomb. Love you guys. Thanks. Get yours today.
And you get, I can't say it enough how feature and function are both incorporated into that pedestal, but the mattress made to be able to take advantage of that so that it flexes and bends the way it's supposed to. I had some other fun stuff in here, and I'll just show you real quick. And
all right, this is where
one here,
you roll.
This is this thing.
Unbox,
that's what it looks like when you get it.
Or unbox and roll the new mattress, the West Coast foam mattress, onto the pedestal and hope for the best. And in this case, I'm really wanting to see what happens here, because this might be one of those exploding mattresses that you let out of the bag, so to speak, and it just takes over. So let's see what happens, guys. Here we go.
All right, I'm going to spare everybody that video, the one where I open it, because honestly, it was kind of underwhelming in the fact that it does not explode. It rolls up or out. There's a lot of plastic around that thing, and it just slowly absorbs air once you punch a hole in the bag, because it is sealed. And once I got the knife out, which was scary in itself, because I'm like, okay, don't screw up. I cut that bag and got that air in there, and it started expanding. Then I got it out of the bag and laid out, and you guys saw that in the end. So, but it was fun. It was a fun process. We had fun doing that and making it happen. And then ultimately, once it was laid out, get on top of it and just, relax. And man, nice effect. Well, listen, dude, what's coming up for you in 26? Where are you going to be first of the year? What shows you going to be at? What are you doing?
So this weekend I'm going to be Stay Loaded reached out if I want to set up my booth at their toy drive. So that'll be this Friday and Saturday. Wasn't expecting to pull out the show equipment again this year.
Yeah.
We'll be at that's Rod Pickett show in February. I'm not sure it's gonna be called Diesel in the Desert again, or if he's still doing the whole, but we'll be there. I'm trying to roll out something new. for that show. I won't say too much. I want it to be a surprise what I'm going to do, something different as it pertains to the display.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to that. I'm really pumped. It's definitely going to be a showstopper.
Right on. Yeah. Diesels in the Desert. That was actually NHRDA, National Hot Rod Diesel Association, putting that show on in conjunction with Rod Pickett and his Custom Truck World down there. They did the show and shine, and then they did the drag racing, obviously. But the NHRDA sold this year, and Randy, who was the former owner, will still be on board as far as I know. Last we spoke, he's still going to be on running the drag races, and Rod's going to be doing what he's been doing. So it's still there, just new team involved, and maybe some new things happening. But that show is on its way to being a real big show for the beginning of the year every year now, man. I'll tell you, it took off last year, and I think it's gonna do more of that. So fun. I hope to be down there myself. Are you going out to Matt's? Is that going to be somewhere you show up?
You know what? Matt's is something my wife and I have talked about. We'll probably walk it this year.
Okay.
I just know, I heard, some union costs can be pretty hefty just by moving a pallet of material.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, I gotta pick my battles. I know my product can do well anywhere in the country, but I also have things that I need to do here. But we'll probably go and walk it. As long as I could drive people to our website, and we ship anywhere in the country, I think I could start there and do a lot more promotional stuff.
Speaking of website, and speaking of another show that I know you're going to be at, you're going to be back at Trucking for Kids, right?
Absolutely.
Right on. That's what I want to hear. You guys want to go to the website and check things out. Website's available, and that's West Coast Foam LLC, the best mother trucking mattresses on the road.
That's right.
So get you on there and get you guys looking, or just call and talk to A-Rod here, man, because he I mean, this is kind of like the small family owned business. It's like 10-4. You call, you talk to Dan, you talk to Shan. Unless you're reaching out to one of us out there for whatever reasons, and people do, meaning myself, Eric, whoever's out there, but they're going to get you guys. So it's a family owned, family operated business, and I always think that's a great way to go. Now, tell me about the banner behind you. You had a story. What's the story behind that?
So the banner, basically, when I first started, I started in a pickup truck. I had mattresses strapped to the back. Was able to land some pretty good accounts just with that pickup truck. I quickly realized people invest in you as a person and not so much in the equipment that you show up with.
Right.
I've been blessed to, be able to talk to people and kind of get to them on a human level where it's not so much just a Sharky approach. But when I first started, I would go to cities. So I rolled out with 10 of these banners. I put I have on Bakersfield, which is a big hub for me. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 or 4 on Union, which is a big location for trucking on Union Street. I have another one off the 99 at a location, and then I have some in San Diego, and then the ones that I put here in Fontana. Some have been taken off, either by whoever. But this one, I held on to this one because I want to make sure that I have it. My goal someday is to open something here, a little store in Fontana, something for drivers to be able to drive in and get their mattress, get back on the road if I'm not available. And that's something that I definitely want to put up in the store. It has a lot of meaning to me.
Yeah, I mean, anymore, the big truck stops that used to be everywhere, there's not so many anymore. And now there's some travel centers that are not so much on the West Coast. You get out of the West Coast, you see more of them, the Buc-ee's and the TAs that are still out there. There are destination centers out there still.
Yeah.
They're not in California, but it's getting space to be able to have stuff. you know, for you, I mean, it almost would be like just a little small kind of a shoebox, and then have a container on site full of inventory. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, you know, if it becomes something in real time that you make happen, where guys come in, see your stuff, and go, I want one right now. Maybe you have it for them. I don't know, but otherwise, what's it take to get a mattress? What's the timeline? What's it look like if I want one? I want one. I know I want one. Here's my credit card. Then what?
So most people reach out through the online store if they're not sure what size they need. They'll email and I'll call them back. I'll either redirect them to the website. Some people take advantage of the Shop Pay option, which is 4 interest-free payments. A lot of guys are like, nah, I just want to pay for it.
Yeah.
But we make it easy. We make it easy. Like I said, we don't charge for shipping. I'll give you an example. I have a guy that's over the road. At 4:30 tomorrow, he's going to be in Fontana picking up cement. Hey, Rod, can you be there? I'll be there, man. There's no reason for you to have to wait another 2 weeks to get your mattress. And then I got another guy that told me, can you be there at 5? I'll be there. It's just, if I don't do it, somebody else may, which I don't think. But at the end of the day, that's part of my service. I want them to leave there like, wow, that's customer service. I'm going to tell anybody and everybody about A-Rod, the mattress guy.
And his dog Spot.
Yeah, my dog Spot. Yeah. Where's my lion? Where's my lion? I love those commercials. I grew up in the 80s, so I miss all that.
Hey, who didn't love Cal Worthington, man? That guy was awesome.
Oh, for sure. But as you were saying about the truck stops,
yeah,
trust me, when I first started, I had my son with me. My first delivery was to Phoenix. I delivered 100 sets of mattresses was my first order for a big dealership out there. And I told my son, stay in the car. And I knocked on doors and I walked into the night Swift's headquarters trying to talk to somebody. I was a little bit before my time to do that, but I was that hungry. As it pertains to the truck stops, you're never in front of the right person. The regional manager will give you the receipt and be like, call that number, not giving you a name. For me, I know that it'll happen. I would love to see my product right there, a grab and go. Nothing like a signature, but these guys had their dog that had an accident in the truck or whatever. They want a 6-inch memory foam. By all means, that's much better than the spring mattress they have in their truck now. If I could do something like grab and go, that would be amazing. But yeah, I got to get in front of the right people. Yeah. Definitely. You put me in front of somebody, I'll preach the mattress gospel and they'll see the vision with it.
Well, I think once somebody sits on it and lays on it, I think it sells itself. So, the opportunities there. Catch A-Rod at a couple of shows that I will mention, and that is Trucking for Kids coming up first weekend of May 2026, and 10-4 Trucker Rodeo and show coming up again in November of 2026. Elsewhere, if you guys want to follow him up on Facebook, Instagram, right, website, everywhere out there, you're available anytime. Got the number behind you, 821-1044, area code 909, I think. Yep,
909-821-1044. Let me add real quick, Signature Mattress isn't the only mattress we carry. I also have a line of mattresses that make mattress purchases affordable for fleets. Something that they could, if they have high turnaround. Unfortunately, a lot of these companies do, especially the climate right now in trucking, where drivers for certain reasons have to be let go and new ones onboarded. I do have 3 models of mattresses within 5 inches and 6 inches of memory foam at amazing pricings for these fleets too.
All right, guys, get yourself set up, get a hold of A-Rod and get yourself taken care of, man. Get the sleep you deserve while you're out on the road. Thanks, bro. Thanks for coming out, and thanks for supporting 10-4 at the shows too, man. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We're here for the long haul. We're going to grow old together. Older.
Right. Yeah,
white.
Right.
Well, salt and pepper sophistication.
I dye mine gray. I just want to look, sophisticated.
There you go. All right, brother. I appreciate you.
Merry Christmas.
Likewise. Take care.
All right, everybody. Appreciate A-Rod taking the time out to come and visit with us today here on Studio 10-4 Live. And being out there at the shows, he's always a great vendor to have out there on board, and has a great product. Try to make that helpful and informative, because we're not about doing commercials, but you know, there's certain aspects of our industry that don't get discussed enough, and it is health and the quality of our days that are out on the road. And listen, you know what? After pulling this 45-foot cyclone around, hey man, it's trucking, dude. Let me tell you, it's a heavy beast. I'm in a Dodge 3500 pulling a 22 to 25,000 pound trailer behind me, triple axle, and it keeps you going. All right, Dan. Hey, have a slice for me, man. That sounds really good. RV, truck, whatever. Get yourself something that you can be comfortable on, or maybe at home too. I don't know, man. Mattress is a mattress to me. If it's comfortable, I'm on it. So, all right, everybody, listen. If you guys haven't checked it out, go to the website. It's all been updated. Got the latest, greatest. We hope to have our cover feature guy on next week, and waiting to hear back from them and to confirm. So hopefully that'll happen, and we'll get him on there next week with Colin, the guy who shot that feature, and we'll be talking cover truck. Last one of 2025, December 25. Man, wow. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well wherever you're at. Plenty of stuff in the works for 26. I keep hearing from people telling me all the cool stuff that they're not going to tell me about because it's going to be a surprise. So apparently there's a lot of that. I know the Fed met today. Did we lose another quarter point? I didn't catch up with the news. I had other stuff that I had to take care of, but and I don't know that means a whole lot for us. I'll tell you what, man, the stinking price of fuel in California still sucks. I don't know what the deal is, man, but you know what? Get with it, California. Get over yourself. It's frickin' diesel, okay? It's not gold, it's diesel. Give us a break. $5.25 a gallon. Are you kidding me? It's stupid. Get out of California, you're under $4. There was a place in California I stopped. I had to have a choice on the way back from Bakersfield. $6 a gallon. It's just insane. Anyway, you guys suffer a lot to do business and live in California. It's a beautiful state, great weather. Not so much in the valley in the winter, but mostly everywhere else. Pretty decent. But it's a cost of doing business sometimes here, and just even driving through is just insane. So hang in there. That's all you can do. Hang in there, man. Merry Christmas, everybody. Keep the shiny side up. We'll see you next week. I might be on now that I'm set up again Thursday, Friday, just to kind of blow by and hang with you for a little bit, do a little throwback Thursday and a drive-by Friday. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see you soon.